Hi, I'm Molly Wood, and welcome to the Buzz Report, the show about the tech news that everyone is talking about. This week, it's multi-touch, speeding Toyotas, and how to build a better iPad. First, though, the Gadget of the Week. The Gadget of the Week is the Nexus 1. Google's anointed Android phone became the first phone ever to defeat the iPhone 3GS in a prize fight.
And you could call it the comeback kid because Google's Nexus 1 takes this battle 4.5 to 4.4 and is your prize fight winner.
And this week it got a new software upgrade that gives it multi-touch capability. Look at that. You get better Google Maps, Google Goggles, and some improved 3G capabilities too. And it definitely stands alone at the top of the Android heap for now because it's the only phone that will be getting that particular upgrade, the multi-touch. So thanks for that, Google. I have a Droid, but Nexus 1 it is, I guess. Yeah. And now for the news. You probably heard a lot this week about Toyota recalling many models due to faulty accelerator pedals. And then now there's possibly a braking problem too. Well, and also this week, Steve Wozniak, co-founder of Apple, waded into the fray, revealing that he has what he calls a software problem with his Prius. It causes some acceleration issues, and apparently he couldn't get anyone at Toyota or the Transportation Safety Board to take his calls. So then the next thing you know, he's rambling about it on CNN, and finally Toyota says they'll give him a call.
Explain what you think the cause of this problem. You're driving along, you put your car, let's say at 55 miles an hour in cruise control, and all of a sudden the car accelerates, you didn't do anything. Why does that happen?
Nope. That's not the issue. It's a little more of a procedure of upping the speed, and then suddenly it just sort of went like it thought you told it to go to infinity. And it accelerates smoothly, and it's only happened to me on freeways, using the cruise control.
But I mean, Woz, it does state clearly in the Toyota manual that if you have potentially fatal or just terrifying problems with cruise control or acceleration, you should immediately contact Wolf Blitzer for assistance. In other news, remember when we were all speculating about what the iPad would be like, and that was so much more fun than what the iPad actually turned out to be? Well, good news. Now we have iPad 2.0 rumors. Fox News Channel reported that the iPad is definitely coming to Verizon. The Mission Repair blog got a shipment of iPad parts and noted a spot in the frame that could easily accommodate the front-facing webcam we all want. And TechCrunch quotes their usual kissing cousin source tree, reporting that an iPad running OS X may be in the works. So, okay, let's review. An iPad running OS X with 3G from Verizon and a camera for Skyping with Grandma. Wow, that iPad sounds great. If only wishing could make it so. Wish harder, Internet. Now, don't worry. I already know you're going to send me nastygrams for knocking the iPad or even appearing to knock the iPad. I am prepared. And Gadget, on the other hand, announced this week that it had had enough of nasty comments about its Apple coverage and would be turning off comments on the blog completely, just for a little timeout. Yeah. This just in, and Gadget shocked to discover internet full of ill-mannered trolls. When did that happen? Yeah, when did that happen? Like when the first BBSs came online in the late 70s. Learn to play, noobs. And finally, plenty of material for this week's Death from Above. President Obama announced a budget proposal this week that ends NASA's mission to return to the moon. But he did allocate even more funding to NASA, and he asked the agency to focus on cool new space technology. I mean, after all, the moon is so 60s. So NASA said it will spend the next 5 years or so working on robotic missions to the moon, to Mars, and to nearby asteroids in hopes of, like finding us a new home, probably. And that's good because we're going to need to get off this rock. Downside, the robots that they send into space will eventually encounter an event horizon, become self-aware, and then come back to kill us all before we get a chance to flee. How do I know this is going to happen? Because there's already a Cylon base station headed our way. Oh, sure, they'll tell you that the Hubble telescope just picked up images of 2 asteroids that collided and fused together, creating a fascinating contrail of space dust and an unusual X-shaped pattern. Hide your head in the sand all you want, NASA, but they're coming, and they have a plan, unlike the ones on TV. And that's the Buzz Report for this week, everyone. I'm Molly Wood, and thank you for watching.